welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today we are taking a look at a deck built around Lumbering Battlement and Journey to Eternity. So with Journey to Eternity and Lumbering Battlement, you can, if you can find a way to sacrifice this, or if it gets killed, you can just keep bouncing it back over and over. And if you have a Plague Crafter, you can sacrifice it to the Plague Crafter and then bring it back over and over. Or you can use the Journey to bring back the Plague Crafter, or Vraska can do the job. So it's all about abusing Enter the Battlefield triggers. A lot of the rest of the deck is built around that good old Explorer and Golgari package with Ravenous Chupacabra, Find Finality, Jade Light Ranger, Branchy, Wild Growth. You remember these cards. But because we're using Journey to Eternity, we have a presence of Plague Crafter and Vraska Golgari Queen to sacrifice our own things. We also have Night of Autumn for the sweet Enter the Battlefield effects that we can use over and over with our 4 Lumbering Battlements. There's 1 portal in the deck. This lets us blink the battlement, but we have so many things with Enter the Battlefield abilities that we can blink a number of other cards as well. And then over here in the mana base, it's just a bunch of dual lands, nothing too fancy going on. Because white is more or less the splash color, I have less white check lands because I don't want to draw too many of these in my opening hand with no other land to help them enter the battlefield untapped, because then you're playing tap land, tap land, tap land, you get run over. It is sad. The main thing that's fun about the deck is if you get into states where you're just playing Battlement over and over and just stockpiling these Enter the Battlefield triggers. It's made to be both a janky brew and a little bit more competitive, so I think I'll try it in an event and see how quickly Esper Control can tear us to pieces. Let's go out and play some games. We are going to try that hand. If we draw any Explorer creatures, the Wild Growth Walkers are great. The Plague Crafter can kill something, and we've got a Battlement and all 3 colors. I didn't have to... I think I forgot I was recording. I didn't talk about the hand first. Disaster is our opponent. We'll wish them well. With a nice, cheerful, hello. How are you today? Say it back. Say it. Say it. Say it now. Well now, we'll just have to destroy you then. Hallowed Fountain. What did I say about Esper Control? I was absolutely certain it would be the first thing that we'd play, and that we'd play it 4 or 5 times. Let's see what's up. Esper is certainly on the rise. There are a few different builds, and it is competitive against a number of things. However, our opponent throws us a curve. They're into this Bant deck, which might be a Wilderness Reclamation deck. Could be exciting. Let's play another Wild Growth Walker so that our Branch Walker gives us double the money next turn. Ooh. Okay, well, absorb mana. That's kind of scary to play a Journey to Eternity into. It's also scary to play the Branch Walker into. I do need the Branch Walker for a better clock. I'll go for the Branchy. Hey, it resolved. We're living our best life over here. Revitalize, seal away. What do you think is going on here? Let's put that in the graveyard. Hit him. Bash him. Alright. What do you think they're up to, team? Is it Wilderness Reclamation time? It's Conclave Tribunal time. Okay. Well, I'm glad we didn't play the Journey. Do I play the Journey now? Yeah. We'll make the opponent have another answer. What would be absolute money is if they played a Teferi and didn't get rid of the Journey, and we Plague Crafted our Branch Walker and killed the Teferi. That'd be nuts. Hero of Precinct 1. That's not what I expected. Replicate the Hero of Precinct 1! It's a brew! We got ourselves another brew. Replicate. Put a token that's a copy of target creature you control. Counter target activated or triggered ability. I'm actually really happy they didn't hold up the Repudiate. Oh my goodness. We got a brewer. We got a brewer, friends. So if I attack, the opponent's not going to want to like double block this or anything, right? So I think I can get a free attack first. Right? Let's see what happens. Our opponent is at 10. And here we go. Crafting. Just doing my crafts. Just mastering the plague. Oh yeah. Look at that sweet, sweet mana production. We went from 3 to 5, and now perhaps the battlements will begin. But there are 2 frickin' heroes of Precinct 1. It's gonna be a lot of little creatures. That Shauna is gonna be a boss. I love this deck. I love your deck, sir. This is beautiful in its own way. Oh god. What the?
If I'm this song's hero, what does that make you?
Screwed. That's what it makes me.
Strength is our strength.
Oh god. Let's turn the minus. The minus. It's gonna be so mean. So, what do I do? I don't think all my value is going to help very much, but we can try to get some crazy loops going. Because our opponent's going to draw their deck, I think, is what's about to happen. So, yuck. I could save the 2 life and do it this way, or I could get this back out of the graveyard. And I think just going for this isn't bad, but this is instant speed, which means if the opponent has another tribunal, they can't mess up the loop. So I'm going to pay 2 life and say go. Weird, I know. But then we start the double battlement nonsense. Here it comes.
I am the master of many tales.
So every time...
Tell you of your defeats.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. Any creature? So every multicolored spell right now is 2 creatures, and that's it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you mania? Are you actually crazy? What madness? Are there more triggers? Do you have any more triggers? I'm concerned that the triggers aren't enough triggers. Can you do better? Please. Please trigger harder. I'm the one getting triggered. Let's be clear. Ugh. Oh, it's disgusting. So a Chupacabra can't kill a Shauna, but it can kill a Tristani. And it doesn't matter. We are getting rolled. Like, all the value in the world isn't going to beat their value. Like, we are significantly outvalued. Ooh. Bold. I guess they don't think they'll miss their heroes? Or they have a way to protect them? Do we just throw Pride of Conquerors in a deck like this? Is that what we do? Okay. So, well, go to blocks, and we'll put, like, you here and you here, just to absorb some damage. We'll put you here. We'll say, we have blocked. We'll wait for our opponent's effects. Then we'll activate the cave. We'll bring back lumber. The lumber machine. Now there is a world if we get 3 battlements and we can loop infinitely. Maybe we can pull some absolute ridiculous shenanigans. Now we got an 8-9. Alright, something died. Alright. So this turn is battlement, looping battlement, sacrificing battlement, if I'm doing this right. I don't know. My brain is melting. Let's try attacking first. If the opponent kills this, I get mad value anyway, so we'll just throw it at face because it would be lethal and it eats something. One of a bajillion tokens. Why can't I just throw some trample on it and be done with this? I'm confused. There must be some blinky effect thing about to happen to me. What mana sources are you? Blue or green? And there is double green. Countering a triggered ability, huh? Could get ugly in here. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a way to make it indestructible. Yep. I thought there might be something like that somewhere. Hiya! So, let's play this. Looping that. Triggering those. Do another land. Sacrifice this. Return it. Get these. Still a few mana short of a good multi-turn thingy-majig. And if the opponent has any way to like mass pump the team like a Flower Flourish, I die. That might do it. You're probably taking my Wild Growth Walker. I'm trying to play it out of respect for the brew, but there might be too many triggers. I might have to scoop. So the only other way out of this was to create some kind of an infinite loop with triple battlement, which is not that likely. Oh, are you targeting the battlement? You are? You animal. What a maniac. What an absolute mad lad. That's more triggers for me. Look at all the things popping around. Library? That life and that ability to remove a Conclave Tribunal, and the fact that it's a pretty cheap card. I think I can play it and use the journey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not quite. Not quite. I should graveyard it. Well, I don't want to sacrifice the Wild Growth Walker here. This Playcrafter isn't ever going to kill much, though. It's always going to work on me more than my opponent. They have infinite, like, tokens to get rid of. They're doing fine. They're fine. Branchy keeps hitting our land drops so we can keep accumulating resources as if that matters. Actually, I don't think I'll... I think very soon I won't have anything on the battlefield. I guess a finality would be exciting. Really exciting. As far as, let's start this whole party over. So that's a good reason not to concede, despite getting the joy of watching my opponent draw 50 bajillion cards. Are we not attacking? Oh, okay. I thought the opponent skipped their attack step for a hot second. So what my opponent, I think, really should do is plus Huatli on a lifelinker and gain a whole bunch of life to put this just completely out of range. But being at 7, I mean, against Golgari, there's not too much to worry about, but there is potentially, I don't know, something with trample, something sneaky, or just a miscalculation. But maybe I'm crazy. Huatli on 18 loyalty can do whatever Huatli wants to. Alright, you did it. You turned them sideways. I'm very proud of you. Let's make some blocks. Take a bajillion points of damage. Be not quite dead, I don't think, but who knows. My Branchwalker with negative 16 toughness. That's a mismatch. And now my Wild Growth Walker is a frog. And you draw 2 more cards. Solid. Solid choice. Very, very solid. Don't make me frog you, though. Because I'll do it. Ribbit. Alright. Doesn't look like I'm battlementing anything here. Except, I got 2 Chupas. Let's take the Tristani off the board. Let's pay 2 life here. Let's Chupa again. And I don't know what I need. I need my opponent to somehow kill the battlement so the Chupas come back. Yeah, I am so dead if the opponent actually attacks with all. They say nice. I'll say good game. It's lethal. Please just finish the game. I had a feeling a flourish would come eventually. So let's see how massive this attack can be. As long as they play through at a good pace, I'm happy to see it out of respect for the brew. Draw a bonus card. No blocks. Boom. I think I lost. I have this sneaking suspicion that things did not go my way. I'm not sure what to think of this hand, but I've been mana screwed a lot in trying to record games for this video, so I'm going to keep it because I have 4 land. You won't see these games. They pretty much ended in scoops without me casting almost any relevant spells. But I kept multiple hands with 2 lands or 3 lands and explore creatures, but never saw a 3rd or 4th land in several games in a row. So if you've been through that, you know how I feel right now. I'm not turning away 4 land. I'm thrilled that I might get to cast spells one time. So I'm going to hold back the Night of Autumn, and we're going to run with the Branchwalker to get that Explore. And I'm going to play it before I play my land, just to see if I get another land that would enter the battlefield tapped, like an Overgrown Tomb. But we'll play the Godless Shrine. Avoid shocking later, even though the opponent knows about the chapel. I don't think it's a big loss. Our opponent opening with some kind of a Bant deck and a Growth Spiral. Maybe we'll have another epic game of Bant. Oh boy. More gate stuff. I know I said it in a recent video. You probably watched it yesterday. I'm over gates. I'm very, very, very over gates now. I would prefer not to play against gates ever again, but what can you do? I am curious to see how they handle the Lumbering Battlement. Gates Ablaze is a very strong card that we might see this turn, and we'd have to use some Find to get it back. Okay, interesting. Our opponent doesn't have another gate or 2 to kill the Walker. So we'll use Find here. We'll get back our creatures. We'll explore first and hold this in case our opponent plays another Guild Summit. That's good. Puts plenty of pressure on the opponent. I would have preferred some kind of ways to kill something, but Journey to Eternity can also make that awkward. And we can still have a giant Lumbering Battlement that might even outsize things like Gatebreaker Ram, since our opponent has a lot more breeding pools than I've seen in these decks lately. There's a 5/5. So I'm going to play this Jadelight Ranger. Graveyard is fine. You can stay on top of the library, as this Wildgrowth Walker is getting way out of control. Then I'm going to put the Journey to Eternity on the Branchwalker, so if the opponent blocks it here, it comes back, and I get a flip Journey. And I think the opponent certainly wanted to make that block badly. They didn't want to chump with their Ram or take that much damage. So do I keep you? Now that I did get my Journey flipped, it's possible I want this in the graveyard instead. Yeah, let's see. It does mean I can bring it back at will, at instant speed even, which is a pretty neat trick when you have a Wildgrowth Walker. And our opponent is at 6, so the Wildgrowth Walker is a lethal threat. In the graveyard, there's a Night of Autumn and a Jadelight Ranger. The opponent will have to do something. They need something to avoid dying here, and it's going to be Hydroid Crassus, which is pretty strong. Ooh. Is that lethal? That's lethal. Hey-ya. Down goes your Ram. Here come the critters. Oh, I'm off by 1, actually. I'm off by exactly 1. I thought it was lethal. I mismapped. We'll drop you to 1 then. Do I play Swiss Army Knight? Nope. I think we'll just pass. The opponent could still sweep the board. Still, crucial dog at a crucial time. Good boy. Lava Coil. Yeah, that'll show them. It can't come back with the Journey, so that is not a trivial happening if the opponent had another way to stay alive, but it doesn't look like they do. They just got more cards. That lovely Guild Summit feels. But that's going to do it for this one. Opponent with a friendly GG. Thank you. It's nice to play games of that nature. And see ya, Dagor. Okay, I'm sorry to have to cut the video short, but I just got some important news, so I can make an announcement. We had 2 pretty interesting games there. It won't be the worst video I've ever released, but I am going to stop playing this deck for the day because I gotta go work on something else, and the announcement is this. I will be attending PAX East and the Mythic Invitational. Unfortunately, I will not be competing in the Mythic Invitational. I was not invited by Wizards of the Coast to participate in their $1 million event. However, I'm very grateful to have been given the opportunity to be the +1 of a competitor. MTG Nerd Girl, who is competing in the Mythic Invitational, has invited me to be her +1 at the event, which means some VIP access and some awesome networking opportunities for yours truly. So I have some last-minute travel preparations to make. By the time you see this video, I may already be there, and you YouTube audience, I'll try to figure out the right way to give you some bonus content from PAX, from the floor at PAX, possibly from the from wherever I'm allowed to film. I'm really not sure. I don't know anything that's going on yet. I'm going to work it out, but I'm going to try to bring you all the hot news from PAX. And if you don't know MTG Nerd Girl, look her up on Twitch, MTG Nerd Girl. I'll also try to put a link in the comments if I can remember to go back and do it. And please give her a follow. I owe her a huge debt for making it possible for me to attend this event. So I'm really excited, and cheer her on in the Mythic Invitational. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, or leave a comment. You can also support the channel on Patreon for special perks. Links are in the description. Our sponsors are HauntedFlower.com and FlipsideGaming.com. Haunted Flower sells officially licensed MTG apparel and accessories, and Flipside Gaming sells MTG cards and supplies. You can save 10% on either site with the promo code CGB, and it supports the channel at the same time. See you next time for another day in the arena. For now, it's me, it's CGB, signing out.